Hi Domingo, my name is Kizan, and today I'll be making a presentation on the subject presenting, monitoring, and controlling budget operations. The organization that I've chosen for this task for is Salvation Army. It is one of the most known charity organization in the world. It believes in helping people, the homeless people, and freeing the people from addiction. Basically, donating clothes and any other things that might be able to homeless is one of this main motto of Salvation Army. Uh, Boots, the founder of Salvation Army, has spread across the planet where it operates in more than 120 countries and 30 million peoples are served. Sorry. Its message is based on Bible cherishing for God and the requirements of humankind propels its service. That is the main message of Salvation Army, and it's basically based on the Bible as well. The activity carried out on the next quarter is going to be a fundraising activity, which will be called Red Shield Appeal, that is done by the schools and the school students. So it's going to be basically running a fundraiser at a red day where students wear red to school for a gold coin donation, a sausage sizzle event, as well as a school concert. So all the Salvation Army representatives are can feel free to come and join the event as well as help promote the event around the community so that we can get more people and more people can know about the event as well as help in the charity so we can help the homeless people. Winter Appeal, where the students can bring non perishable food, warm clothes to school during the colder months. Christmas Appeal, students can bring toys, food to their schools as well. That would be the Christmas Appeal during the December month, during the time of the holidays. So, the budgeting activity that we need to do during this activity time is basically based on two parts. So, one will include all the income that we receive from this events, while the other part will include the expenses as well. So, along with the income part, that will basically include things like entry fees, sales of foods, as well as selling beverages like hot and cold beverages, as well as sponsorship that we receive from major businesses around the community. While the expenses aspect will include the host dinner party, the miscellaneous products that needs to be used during the events like decorations, staff supplies like ribbons, balloons, breakfast, lunch, as well as the expenses also will include training for volunteer and coaching them so that the event can run smoothly. So on this first table, this basically talks about the income aspect of the event. So first table will basically talk about the organizing of the concert where we will charge the entry fee to people. So the budgeted amount was 4500 we believe that we would receive from the entry fees, while actually we received 5000 as there was a lot of foot traffic. Selling of foods like hot dogs are also included on that one, plus the beverages like coffees. And like we told earlier, the sponsorship from major businesses while putting up their hoarding boards of their businesses has also got us some income, which has been put there. And last one is the minor families and individual providing with their sponsorship as well as helping us with the charity. So as you see here, we planned on receiving an income of 99,900 while the actual income was 110,700. So there was a variance of $10,050 and we got more than we expected in terms of income. The other table talks about the expenses side. So the expenses side include the host dinner party, decorations, staff supply, ribbons, balloons, t-shirts, pens, as well as the breakfast and lunch. While there is also training for the volunteer and the other staff as well. So actually the budgeted expense was at around 135,700 while the actual budget increased as we went over budget to around 143,000. So there was a variance of 7,300 on that one. One of the main reasons of the variance can be the changing business as well. So some of the other reason would be the expectation that couldn't be met. There might have been errors regarding training and coaching to the staff as well. The other thing that also is a reason for variance is overspending of the budget as well. So the expenses that we believed would suffice, well, actually didn't suffice. So we went overboard on that one. The next slide talks about financial delegation and financial controls. So, orders and regulation are intended to prevent misunderstanding, to ensure that the decision reached and the work undertake harmony with interest and principle. So, financial control system, the control of financial activities such as planning, performance, assessment, and coordination. So, some of the examples would be setting up an account standards, having financial statements, as well as approval on various kinds of expenses, as well as each and every department and individual taking their responsibility. This having a sense of duty and responsibility also helps in regards with having a transparent financial performance of the business. For the future budget management improvements, keeping budgeting as well as forecasting flexible. If there is any events or any kind of an unknown contingency event, such as a pandemic that happened with COVID-19 last year, so making it flexible so that there can be room to make changes can really be beneficial for having a very transparent and smooth budget management. Implement rolling forecast and budget. So always having a forecast depending on the past year's result and performance does help improving the budget management as well. Having communication with everyone is very important on this one, so that we know how much of the income can be available as well as how much the expenses will be, and keeping a track of all the things like having a record of the data and information can be very beneficial to the organization. So that is basically my presentation on the Salvation Army and their budget management on the next quarter. Thank you for listening to the presentation, Domingo.